So there are these ruins right here. It seems like there's people chatting over here. So because we're not sure what to expect, I am gonna go ahead and have Gale summon a familiar. A cat, a crab, a frog, a rat, a raven, or a spider. We are gonna do raven. And we're gonna have his raven, cute little buddy, scout for us because we don't know what to expect. So, and we don't want to walk into a situation that we don't really know who it is. I mean, these ruins look a little suspicious. So we're just gonna quickly we're just gonna have the raven like sneak.
There could be all sorts of loot in that thing. Don't you want to be rich?
Of course I want to be rich, but not if it'll get me killed.
I think these aren't friendlies. They're talking about loot of some kind. All right, so we've got one up here. Oh, wow. So they're really positioned. They got advantage in the high places here. Okay. We got another lady up here. Got a door. This is a perfect kill zone. We do not want to get stuck down here. Maybe we can talk to them. I don't think we should try and kill them outright. Like maybe we should.
Pity you aren't as good at grave robbing as you are at excuses.
Just being careful. Like my mum always said, fools rush in.
We're gonna F5. We're gonna quick save in case we need to reload. I know reloading and trying to do a situation over again isn't like how a lot of people like to play, but I don't care. It's kind of her instinct to ambush and like try and have an upper hand through violence, because that's how she's always was raised to handle things. But we're not gonna do that. What's over here? Ooh, look at that view. You can see the camp, the crash site as well. Oh. Oh.
Something over there.
A dirt mound.
It's packed too tight. I'll need a shovel.
A shovel? Watch there be a shovel over here. Oh, there's not. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. Where the hell would there be a shovel? Okay, the whole group doesn't need to go. We're just gonna have her go. Have her separate from the party. Just scout ahead a little bit. I don't want everybody having to like climb and shit. Plus, I don't imagine all of them want to. I don't imagine all of them want to go scouting ahead. Oh boy. This isn't a good sign. What's this? A mysterious hatch. Can it be lockpicked? It can be lockpicked. All right, maybe the whole party does come down here.
Careful, I bite.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna reconnect her to the group if we can. Okay, and then we're gonna have Asta lockpick this if he can.
Touch.
Oh, whoa. He's got proficiency. Jeez. Lots of proficiency here. Okay, so we're gonna guide him. Just give him extra, because why not? Dang, he needs a 20. He needs to roll a 20 in order to lockpick this successfully. That's high. That's a high DC. Okay. Let's try. Nice. Great. No, all right. We're gonna leave it. We're not gonna waste any more of these thieves' tools. We only have 2 left, so we're just gonna not. Wherever this goes, maybe we'll come out of it. We'll leave this. We'll keep this in mind. We'll come back here. We are gonna walk right in the front. And hopefully this goes well. We're gonna just try and talk to him.
Someone else will pick that wreck. You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, It's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
Oh. Oh, they want to rob the ship? The only thing you own is your life. I think that ship's an invasion force. Run while you can. That ship is full of monsters. I wouldn't go near it. I mean no harm. We're going to try and persuade them. I think that ship's an invasion force. We're going to try and persuade them. It's full of monsters. I wouldn't go near it. We're going to guide ourselves. Okay, 10 DCs, not too high. Oh, okay. Of course we rolled a natural 20 on this. All right.
Well, in that case, come on you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese. Now move it!
Okay. All right.
You're more cunning than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
Well, thank you, Shadowheart. Okay, so with that settled, we're going to come down here.
No one back home will ever believe this.
There's a backpack right here. Tools go to Asta. Wine goes to camp. We will send a torch to Gale because we have dark vision. We don't need torches. Send to camp. Actually, let's just grab this rope. I don't know. I'm a hoarder. All right, let's F5 in case this is something over here. Oh, it's locked.
Someone there?
Can you lockpick this?
Easy.
Oh, why is he always moaning in our ears? Okay, 16. See, why didn't we get a roll like this when we were trying to unlock the mysterious hatch? Okay, it's unlocked.
Everything.
Oh! Hello? A random man! He's right here. We're all like suited up.
There's blood in the air.
We can't fight. Or we can't, damn it, my rogue. We can't hide anywhere, can we? If we go here,
Quickly.
can we hide here?
Ready or not?
Oh. Oh, it took an action to hide. Oh, shit. Okay, that's different. What the hell is the bird gonna do? Rend vision. Dismiss summon. I mean, what else is it gonna do? Critical miss. We're gonna have it flank. I don't know if that's gonna do anything.
Creator. Destroyer.
We're gonna have Gale take a whole step backwards over here. Keep him away from this guy. I'm like tentative to use, since I think there's more guys in here, and this is why I'm tentative to use any of their spells. I guess we could just rest for the night, I guess, huh? Maybe Ray of Frost, Witch Bolt. He does have Arcane Recovery, so maybe we just do Witch Bolt. Cool. Unlocked an action as a result of another ability. Okay. So Witch Bolt is something that triggers every turn, by the way. We're gonna get out our sword and we're gonna come around here, surround him. And we're just gonna do a main attack. He's already almost dead. Dang, the raven!
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
The raven! The raven! The raven did him in! A key. All right, let's pick that up.
I feel a presence here. A power. The patron god of this place?
Whoever that even is. No intact symbols here, no dedications, nothing.
Seems simple enough.
Ancient, indecipherable text covers the plaque.
A dead tongue. Whoever worshipped here must be long gone.
Okay. Let's turn that on for Gale. We can see, but... Ooh, Curse of the Vampire. Hearken close and beware the vampire. Beware its cold beauty. Beware its charm. Beware its curse. Above all, beware the pale noble, for the vampire cannot bear to be of the common folk. How doth one protect from the beast? Walk not in blackest night, for the vampire loves these nights more than any other. If you must walk, do so by the light of our moon, and take care. Carry the blessings and marks of your God at all times. But remember, your home is a fortress, if protected well. If you hear a knock in the night, be wary. Let no stranger into your home. If it be a friend, look upon them. Do you find them pallid and wan? See you any mark upon their neck? See you any dirt upon their clothes? Unless their need is great, turn away all but the most trusted. And if the beast finds a way into your home, flee. Leave love and family behind. You will not save them if you fight. You will not see them again. But they will see you, pale and smiling, calling them into the night. Oh boy. Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna send this to camp. I'm gonna collect all the books, by the way. The guild seal on the inside of the cover belongs to a printmaking collective in Baldur's Gate. Okay. Candlekeep. Of course I remember a little thief. No surprise a wicked god's blood was running in their veins. Weapons back then I probably... Oh, never took the man for a son of Baal. Okay, this is important. Mercenary. You dare speak that name to me. My mistress was turned to ash, fighting those forsaken wretches. I curse Baal. Ooh. I curse Arenicus. I curse you. Hostile vampire. The five tore Tethir to pieces. I don't think anyone expected more ball spawn showing up would fix the war that a pack of them started. Then again, they were all inclined to killing each other. Good riddance. Here's hoping every last one of them has been wiped off the face of Faerun. I'm not authorized to be talking about any murder with someone like you. Take it up with the Sea Tower if you want to argue, but honestly, who cares if a ball spawn got stuck to them? Their father is the killing type after all. Flaming Fist. Several hundred more interviews follow, most of them terse. Ooh, okay, this is probably referencing BG 1 and 2. Eyewitness accounts of ball spawn. Okay, so we're gonna send this to camp. We're collecting all the books. Godly Guide. Death is too powerful a force for even a single god to contain. It is a duty that has been passed from hand to hand, splintered into smaller pieces. Disease, war, funeral rites, but there must always be an overseer of the sickle as life falls away. For countless aeons, it was Jurgle, the lord of the end of everything, presided over mortality with his unblinking stare, until even he grew weary. Young Ball, Bane, and Merkel. These are the dead three. So if you aren't familiar with BG 1 and 2, the first two games, those revolved around plots about these three, who are the gods of... Jurgle was like the god of death. And he was tired of his job, and Ball, Bane, and Merkel were evil people who all wanted Jurgle's godhood, essentially. And so Jurgle was like, okay, we'll split my throne, you know, like all of you compete for it. And they ended up splitting it and took different dominions of death, like Ball, I think it was murder. Merkel was the afterlife or something, and Bane was I fucking forgot. But they each split a dominion of death, essentially. In the first two games, you are a Ball spawn, so you were essentially a son of Ball. or daughter of Baal, I guess, if you're choosing your gender. Okay. Must have thought themselves conquerors when they came for the god of death, yet he used their ambitions to free himself. Merkel claimed primacy. Oh, here, it's right here. Oh my gosh. Primacy over death from Jurgel's bargain, but even he does not rule death alone. What is murder, if not the most violent of deaths, seized by Baal in his incessant greed? What need would there be for noble Kelemvor, who is the god of the afterlife? I think he like reigns over the afterlife, I think, to judge passing souls if one deity could hold the process entirely. Even gods can die after all. Those who worship death should remember that above all else. Alrighty, send to camp. I'm sorry if you guys aren't into reading, but I am. This is how I played Skyrim too.
See anything?
Nothing.
All clear.
Okay, so I hear people. So this is what we're gonna do. We're separating everybody. Okay. So okay, so Asta is gonna come right up here. He's gonna hide himself right by this, or in this corner here, right where no one can see him. And then, because we're giving him advantage right off the bat with Shadowheart, we're also gonna put her off to the side. Actually no,
Keep moving.
we're gonna put Gale off to the side.
Excellent choice.
Because Gale is a squishy man. I'm a little worried about Gale, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we're gonna leave Gale there.
My faith will guide me.
We're gonna put Shadow right here, ready to go.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
And we're gonna put her right here, liver.
What are Gimblebog and the others doing up there?
Maybe we should go take a look.
Not a chance. Could be a trap. Just keep your eyes peeled.
We can't talk to them. It's not letting me talk to them. All right, well, guess that ship sailed, didn't it? Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. All right, let's see if we can, since it's not letting us talk, we're just gonna have to sneak attack. Let's make use of this. 80% advantage. Okay. 25, 15, 15. All right, this seems to be the beefiest one. Oh! All right, putting Asta way back here again, and the enemy is surprised. All right, we can't hide him. That sucks. All right, I guess it takes an action to hide. Oh no, hide.
Shadows.
All right, because he's a rogue. I was gonna say, like, I didn't. Rogues can hide as a bonus action. Okay. They have to come through. They have to come to us. We are okay. So what we're gonna do first is she is going to. What would she do? Shadowheart can shield of faith herself, so we're gonna have her bless. Okay, so now that we're blessed, we're letting them come to us. We're gonna filter them out this way. We're gonna have Shadowheart. Ooh. We could invoke Duplicity. It gives us advantage on attack rolls. I was gonna do Bane, but since these are both concentration, we have to pick one. We're gonna invoke Duplicity. Here. Oh, whoa. It's just like a random, like, shadowy person. It doesn't look like her at all, but that's fine. The Raven is going to... Can we... Not enough movement. We're gonna try and blind the... This looks like a barbarian. He looks like some trouble, so we're gonna try and blind him. Awesome. Cool. He can't see. Bitch! We're gonna put our mage armor on. So Gale is safe. We're gonna leave him there. What can she do? Immobile. What's the point of this? Okay, maybe when we're a little better, like a higher cleric, we can do more with that? I don't know. Okay, ranged. Nice. And then we're gonna have him come back over here and hide again.
No trace.
Okay. There goes the Raven. There goes the Raven. Guiding bolts. The 80%, this girl, I guess.
Let's get this over with.
Try and get back over here. All right, she dipped her bow in some poison, I think. Yikes. We're gonna guiding bolt the mage.
Strike true.
Dang, critical miss. Okay, we're gonna come back around the corner here. Warning flame. Okay, so now that Gale is protected, so we're gonna come around here and do a witch bolt on her, I guess. We have more advantage. She's about to go down. Oh, we'll do the other mage. Nice. Then we're gonna come around this way, get him out of direct line of sight. You're blind, aren't you? All right. Can we get her? Nice. All right, come back around here. Hide again.
Do it my way.
Saved. Okay, Gale's fine. Ay! No, he's not. He's not! Ooh, we got one spell left. We're gonna do another guiding bolt. We need to, our spells need to be, she's got the most hit points. Let's try and crack into these. Okay, that was successful. Let's get behind this and maybe take a potion. Jesus!
Can't have me. Not yet.
What? What was that? What was he talking about just now? Okay, let's guiding bolts. Miss shit. Shite. Okay.
Roll in my favor.
I guess his concentration was broken. Okay, we're gonna try and do the mage. Okay, cool. We're gonna move him all the way out of the way. All the way out of the way. Okay. Asta is about to be the MVP of this. Let's try and crack into his hit points. Nice. All right.
On the hunt.
I think we're doing okay. There's nothing we can do. Actually, it's a bit risky, but
I wish you well. In hell.
I really
Burn in hell.
let's try to
nice, bro. Cool. Okay, this is gonna go to Asta. We're gonna pick up the golds. Oh, Asta, baby, you don't have to keep.
Let's have some fun.
Okay. Oh, you don't have to keep hiding. What's this? The sun has just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call, 1,000 reed pipes at once, whistling a single beautiful, terrible song. Ulu Tholong, said Jaw, it's coming. Jaw dropped her pack and scurried up the nearest biter. Bit effort, climbed a tree of my own. Two of us surveyed the grassy the ground. A woo, there it was again. Doubled and swayed. Vine tentacle, it hardly mattered. The hunter found its prey. Found to give chase, but the creature left no mark. The grasses were trampled, the shrubs unbroken. I only had a memory of that harrowing call to guide me. Huh. Okay, so we're just gonna send this to camp. We are going to short rest.
Lovely little pick me up.
Book of Final Breath. What's this?
Here we go.
Dense rows of scrawled text. The few legible entries seem to detail the names and final words of numerous individuals. Come see this. It's move. You're blocking my lights. Okay. Weird.
No lock, no handle. How does it open?
No lock. Lockpicking is impossible. Examine. Slashing. Oh, it's resistant to all of these things. What?
Looking ahead.
It might set off some. It might set off. If we start hitting it, it might set off a trap or something. Oh shit! What's in here? Ooh, look at this. Hold on. Screenshot time. The Unclaimed. Okay, looks like there's a book over here. In life, her service had been impeccable. Daily did she devote herself to the Lady of Loss. Daily did she free herself from the tyranny of memory. All in time was lost to her, her relations, her preferences, even her own name. Upon the altar of her devotion placed she the ultimate offering, her emptied mind. And when she died, when she awoke in death and found herself standing in the pale and faded city of judgment, she waited for the Lady of Loss to retrieve her. A million souls and more passed her in colorless gusts, but no hand materialized in her hand. No voice whispered her instruction in her ear. No guidance proffered itself from the bleached and barren sky. Time, immaterial time, passed around her like air, coming and going, and still the goddess did not come for her devotee. Kelemvor pitied her as much as the Lord of the Dead is able, but could not intervene. This cleric of the Lady of Loss, unclaimed despite her worthiness, might yet have one more lesson to learn, that not forgetting, but being forgotten. Oh. So, for those of you who are a little unfamiliar with D&D lore, if a cleric or person who has some sort of pact with a god dies, their Kelemvor essentially guards the waiting room of the afterlife, and the deity is supposed to come and claim the soul that they've guided in life, and they're supposed to lead them onwards to whatever their fate and their resting place of their soul, wherever the next step is for their soul. But many go unclaimed, and it seems from this entry that someone who emptied her mind in devotion to the Lady of Loss was not claimed when she died by the Lady of Loss. I'm not sure which goddess this is. My intuition says a goddess like Shar or something, but I don't know. What does the plaque say?
This text is ancient. A dedication to a forgotten god?
What does the chapel record say? Fine dust coats the pages of this weathered book. Beneath the bone-white powder, hundreds of short obituaries are recorded in tiny script. Grobian Tipple, drowning. Evane Arkinson, internal rot. Devrin Stout, fever. Ooh. Ilmater Agma Salune. Okay, so these are all gods. Were these clerics? Okay.
Something over there.
Okay, a lever. I'm scared to push it.
What was that?
Oh, maybe it was that door. It was. Oh boy, what is this? Look at these statues. I don't know what's behind this door. Okay, let's just check. Okay, it's not more enemies.
This place wasn't built for the living.
For the living? Oh. Well, that's reassuring, isn't it? None of these statues have heads. That's great. Okay, so this one's locked and this one isn't locked. All right, before I freak out, let's just take a long rest. Yes. Dang, Gale has always wanted to talk to us. Wow, so we have a whole, okay, so this is the same as early access. We had like a special camp, a campsite for if we were in a different location. I'm sorry, I'm always gonna check on him first.
So, not a tentacle to be seen?
I'm hoping it'll stay that way.
Naturally. But I was thinking, what if it doesn't? Of course, first sign of change, and I'll have to stop that pretty little heart of yours. I am open to suggestions. Knives, poison, strangulation, whatever you'd prefer.
Strangulation? Oh my gosh, he's so fun. Okay, well, on a more serious note, which would you prefer? Which would you prefer? I'd prefer not to die. A knife, poison, try it and I'll spill your guts. Not sure. How would you like to go? I think Elle has definitely thought about this. Like, for like 100% she's thought about this. Maybe not with the same enthusiasm that Astarion has, but I feel like she's definitely considered this before. I think she'd be most curious, like, on, like, I think she'd deflect a little bit. How would you like to go?
I don't think poison is for me. Nor stabbing, come to think of it. I always felt decapitation was a fine choice. One good swing and then nothing. But we were talking about you. What'll it be?
I don't have to choose. I'd rather have one of the others do it. Poison, then it should be painless. If I had to choose, I'd want the knife. Make it quick. Decapitation sounds good, actually. Let's think about this. Of all the ways to go, I feel like decapitation is actually probably one of the more, if it's done well, like if it's one clean swing and you're gone, then that's like, obviously decapitation can be done poorly and that's worse. That's like one of the worst ways to go. But I feel like if it's good, right? If it's just one swing and you're gone, I feel like if there was to be a choice, I feel like that's actually pretty good. I don't think she'd say this because the idea of having someone, like forcing someone else to put her down like a dog is probably a burden she wouldn't want to put on anybody, especially people that she's tentatively making, like, bonding with a little bit. So we're gonna go with decapitation. That sounds good, actually.
A fine choice.
Oh.
Now, to use sword or axe or saw.
Not a saw.
Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is all a worst case scenario, obviously.
Obviously. Obviously, but that won't happen. It can't.
If the last day has taught me anything, it's that the impossible is more likely than you think. Now, let's get some rest. The sooner we start tomorrow, the better our chances of keeping this hypothetical.
He's so maniacal.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Okay, so what I'm noticing, he's warming up a little bit. Remember how yesterday, I'm talking about yesterday in-game, yesterday, our last day of rest, he was like, yes, and he was like flat out glaring at us. He's a little more open to discussion. A simple chat for him is discussing decapitation, which is deranged, but you know what? We're in a deranged situation and he seems a little deranged himself. Let's check in with Shadowheart.
I couldn't help but overhear. Well, alright, I could have helped, but didn't. Anyway, I feel the same. Other than the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. The voice on the ship told me I'd become a beautiful weapon. What do you think it meant?
Anything's possible, but we still need to find a healer. Who knows, could have been a hallucination. Maybe it's a compliment. Sounds like it had plans for us. Sounds like it had plans for us.
Whatever they were, those plans were interrupted by the dragons. Either way, we can't take the lack of symptoms for granted. We have to find a healer. Well, I've said my piece. Get some rest.
Yes, ma'am. Let's chat with Gale since he wants to talk to us. What the heck is it? Oh, I think I remember this. Oh. Okay. That was weird.
Be with you in a moment.
She looks so unimpressed. What are you doing?
Indulging in a spot of vanity. Handsome devil, aren't I?
Oh boy, here we go.
Be that as it may. Ceramorphosis. What does it make you think of?
The tadpole.
Spot on. Day 1, fever and memory loss. Day 2, hallucinations and graying skin. Day 3, hair loss and blood leaking from all orifices. Need to
Ew.
go on?
Nope. No.
My point is this. Our orifices remain blissfully unblooded, our heads remain clear, and our blood temperature normal. Any expert will agree this is abnormal.
Long live the abnormal.
I'll toast to that. The pragmatic in me, however, sees only the silence before the storm. Something to sleep on. We should get some rest.
Agreed. All right. Let's go to bed. Oh. What? Where are you going? Astarion? I can't get over how they all sigh in unison like that. It's so funny. Where was he going? Let's see if we can ask about that.
Need something?
Oh. Nope. We're fine. It's fine. Where the hell was Astarion going? Okay.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
I'm gonna do what any sensible person does who plays D&D. We've sensed a trap, so that means we are automatically taking our rogue to... Nope. Hold on. Everybody stay here. Asta?
No one.
Get your ass over here. Okay. We're sending the rogue. Okay. We're gonna... Oh, good. Great.
The text on the plaque is a mystery to you.
He's not perceiving anything. That's great. Oh shit, I didn't... Okay.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Asta would not hand that money off to Elvin Shaley. I feel like everyone else is like begrudgingly or is like, okay, we'll let you carry all the money. Okay, this is definitely a trap. Asta just didn't see it, I guess. But Astarion definitely wouldn't be handing her money. If he found something, he's definitely keeping it for himself. Dang, he's doing a shit job as a rogue. Whatever that means. Oh, he's gonna take this, regardless if that is gonna set off any traps. Oh.
Someone doesn't like visitors.
A soul coin. Strange, incomprehensible whispers emanate from this coin, pervading your mind with rage and despair. These coins can power infernal engines. Huh. Okay, we're gonna pick this up.
An iron coin. I prefer gold, but I'll take it.
Okay. Okay, so he did a really horrible job scouting as a rogue. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be, I think I remember from early access that this is the trigger. Opening this coffin is the trigger. But that button had a lot to do with it. So we're gonna sacrifice Astarion. We're gonna move everybody out of this area.
Let's be quick.
Let's F5. In case things get messy. We're gonna stand here. We're gonna enter turn-based. Okay, and then we're gonna take this.
Perhaps. How considerate.
And then we'll click the button. Okay, so whatever just appeared on the ground went away when we clicked the button.
Don't give up now. There's no time to waste.
Okay, so there's nothing happening on the environmental turn. Okay, so we can exit turn-based mode. We did it! Okay, so even though he didn't do that well on perceiving everything, he was able to get what we needed. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, now look at this. Look at this! Astarion!
One day I'll catch a break.
What an idiot!
Looks like a trap there.
Alright, well... Wait, Astarion has the key, doesn't he?
Delicious.
Didn't we pick up a key?
Hardly a challenge.
Well, oh well. We'll have him lockpick. Yay! Damn, almost a 30. See, this is why rogues are like really strong classes in D&D because
Time to rest.
they roll like 30s and stuff for shit. Oh! Oh, this is outside. Okay, so this brings us around back. All right. Okay, cool. So we're gonna just come back through here. And go this other way. Okay, we got out of that painlessly enough. I'm pretty sure Astarion has the key. Oh, Elven Shaylee has taken engraved key from Astarion using magic pockets. Well, I like to imagine she like gestured for him to hand it over. And he did so. Okay. A bench. Okay, we got a scribe up here. Let's light this for Gale.
Armed scribes. But no sign of a struggle.
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection.
We're going to... Gale already knows, or I don't know, actually. We're gonna send that to him. Quarterstaff. It's just sus that they're just sitting here. And I think from early access, they fought us, I think. They can fight you or rise or... if I remember correctly, I don't know though. Just in case. What would Elle do? If she entered a place like this, and she saw that there was like death everywhere. One of the things is turn the undead, so she has some awareness about this stuff. We're gonna, maybe we should just take them. We're gonna take the weapon. Oh, there's like a bunch and they're like hidden. If I remember correctly, I think this is the way out. Like there's a special hidden entrance. Oh, here's another one. Okay, we'll hand this to Gale since he actually uses quarterstaffs. Okay, there's nothing. Let's check back over here. Make sure there's not any guys hiding back here. Are there any dudes? Oh, yep, key. Okay, we're picking that up. We're taking this and we're sending the dagger to Astarion. Okay, we'll walk in here. Seems safe enough. These are cracked and like opened.
What?
Oh.
Contain that requires it to be bound with chains.
Heavy armor. Okay, so none of us can wear this. And a great sword. We're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick this up. Book of Dead Gods. Okay, I think I vaguely remember this from early access, but we're gonna quick save just in case and pick this up.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
Oh, search for an arcane rune to sabotage. Smash the lock open, channel a spark of divine power into the lock. We're gonna do this. It's our strongest chance to succeed. We're gonna do this. We're gonna guide ourselves. Okay. It's 10 DC. It's not that bad. But I could roll really badly. Okay, we're good. We're set. 23. Nice. Ooh. Wow.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment.
Whoa.
What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Examine it closely. Religion. Normally clerics are pretty proficient in religion, but I feel like Elle is a rare case and she actually doesn't have proficiency. She has +1 in intelligence, but to make up for it. But we have guidance and a +1 from intelligence, so hopefully this is enough and we roll well. Oh no. Oh, just barely made it. Okay. She pieced together enough to make it out. Just
Gods.
Barely.
These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the second sundering.
Huh.
The last 3 names in this book sit close together, but are so devastated by the scroll as to be unreadable. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Oh, what's this? Unlock and read the Book of Dead Gods. Oh, inspiration. Received Scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement. Okay. You are curious and well-read, with an unending thirst for knowledge. Learning about rare lore of the world will inspire you to put this knowledge to greater purpose. Ah. Okay, you have spent your life in service to a temple, learning sacred rites and providing sacrifices to the god or gods you worship. Serving the gods and discovering their sacred works will guide you to greatness. Okay, Divinity Undone. Charlatan. Wait, this is different. In early access, Astarion had a noble background, not a charlatan. This is a completely different background. I can't believe I'm just realizing this. You're an expert in manipulation, prone to exaggeration, and more than happy to profit from it. Bending the truth and turning allies against each other will lead to greater success down the road. Oh boy. An Outlander. Okay, so this is ours. Wow, so they changed Astarion's. His was noble before. His background, I mean. Okay. Interesting. We can't take this with us. I wish we could. We can move it, but we can't like put it in our inventory. I think did we get all the dead guys?
That's Jurgle, scribe of the dead. I didn't think anyone still worshipped him.
Shit. Okay, so she recognized. So this is Jurgle. So I was right. My intuition was right. So remember that book we read? Jurgle was the one who essentially was the old god of death, and the dead 3 wanted his job. I think we took all of their weapons. So if for some reason they do come back alive, we're gonna be okay. Okay, we got a button.
Something over there.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's F5. F5. What does the button do? Push the button. Oh. Wait, there were ones over there? Shit.
Hells.
Fuck.
Something just woke up down here.
Hide.
Let them come. The darkness can be to our advantage.
The darkness. Okay, so he's hidden.
My faith will protect me.
My faith. What's she gonna do? She has turn undead too. Honestly, we're gonna come right up front because if they come up, we're gonna... Shit. We got 2 clerics in our party. I'm not scared of the undead. We're gonna shield of faith. Okay.
Survival is all that matters.
We're gonna bless Gale, Astarion, and ourselves. And we're not gonna come that far down. We're gonna stay in front of Gale though. Oh. Silence. Oh shit. Oh, miss. Okay. Mage armor. Okay. Can we...
With pleasure.
Nice. We're gonna come back around here and hide.
Time for a new approach.
She's right here. So we're gonna just... Alright, and then we're gonna come right back. We're gonna get beside our sister here. Or the cleric sisters. Look at them, they're so cute. We are grouped up, so... That's probably actually not the smartest thing. Okay, but we're doing okay. Sort of. Maybe we should be spreading out. They keep using Ray of Frost. Okay, it is Gale's turn. Nice, okay. Shit. Sneak attack.
Mutilate them.
Nice. Astarion never misses, does he? Can we hide?
Let's have a little fun.
Okay. We're gonna come and
To meet your maker.
do this.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
We're gonna take a potion of healing and we're gonna come out of the silence bubble. Dang. That guy needs to be put the fuck out.
Yes, here.
Can we sneak?
Let's find some prey.
Damn it. Alright, whatever. I accidentally did the regular sneak. Alright.
Strike hard, strike fast.
Cool. Concentration broken on that.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
We're going to guiding bolt his ass.
They didn't
Cool.
want to surrender their valuables, even after death.
Fools. Rising from the dead just to protect some dusty old baubles.
With haste. A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Ooh, boy. Amulet of Lost Voices. Speak with Dead. We're equipping that. This looks suspicious. Richly adorned sarcophagus. What does the plaque say?
Here lies the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
Through knowledge comes atonement. What a fucking line. Okay. Let's open it up. Let's F5. Okay, open it up. Oh my gosh. Ooh! Oh my god. Okay, so he was in early access, but they did much more with this than last time I played this.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me, right as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Okay, we're processing a lot. We just had a literal corpse rise from the dead, but first we're taking screenshots. Okay. Quite the question. What's the reason for it? So he has spoken. What he are you talking about? Little spooked by the crawling out of the tome bit. What are you? A peaceful undead. Interesting. Why aren't you attacking me? Who is he?
An arbiter of certain matters. But that is not important now. Wilt thou answer my question?
I guess so.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
Fuck. No one life is worth more than any other. We are all equal. That depends on a person's deeds. Life's only value is as currency. Doesn't matter to me otherwise. This is definitely what her people would say. Each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for. The only life that matters is mine. Depends on the mortal. Oh, man. What would Elle say? Maybe she would say it depends on a person's deeds. Because obviously, I feel like the obvious answer for like a more morally good person would generally be no one life is worth more than any other. We're all equal. But what about you're comparing the life of a child who is innocent to like a rampaging serial killer? They both have mortal lives. Are those equal? Because she's done some things in her life that she's not proud of. So she would weigh this, I think, a little differently than maybe someone who is more idealistic. She's pretty pragmatic. So, she's so far in her life has judged a lot of things based off of, do they deserve to be trusted? Do they deserve to be given the benefit of the doubt? Because she considers this for herself. Do I deserve to be trusted? Do I deserve to be given the benefit of the doubt? And she judges those things off of what she's done. Because atonement is a big part of who she is. So this is a pretty weighted question. I think she would say depends on a person's deeds.
I am sure thou believest as such. Very well. I am satisfied.
Interesting.
We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place.
What?
Farewell.
Wait, hold on.
We have nothing more to discuss. Continue on thy way. as if I were not here. I must attend this place after so many years away. We will see each other again soon.
What? You seem very certain of that. How?
The mechanics of fate would be difficult to explain to one such as thyself. Regardless, it will occur.
Hold on a minute. Oh, look how he walks. Let's follow him for a sec. What is he doing? Like, where is he going?
Parchment and bone dust. Still comforting after all this time.
Oh. I'm sorry, I want to know where he's going.
What a mess the ages.
How y'all doing?
Don't mind us. Okay, so he's just going back into it. Okay. I just wanted to quickly see like what he was saying and what he was looking at. Okay. Okay, so he could be Jurgle, or he could be like Jurgle's avatar, or like Jurgle's messenger. His name is Withers. Is that what it said? Withers. Yeah, okay. Oh. That's what this is.
You know what I really miss about Baldur's Gate? The food. Freshest fish I've ever had.
I don't care for fish. Red meat. Now, that's a different matter. Rare as can be. Dripping.
Well, unless we find a cure, you won't have any teeth to chew it with soon enough.
All right, party banner. We love to see it.
Broken. Must have been here a while. Another broken trap. Who made these things?
Oh. There's people. Oh boy.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, and twice as ugly.
Seems to have gotten herself in a pickle.
Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare.
She's got blood on her.
Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Oh.
Holy house. Under elf.
Oh shit.
Blades high, I miss her.
Fuck. No! It's because I'm a drow. They immediately are trying to attack us. Fuck. We're not good at intimidation. I don't think. Oh shit. Let's try it. Oh, okay. So 5 isn't high, but oh no. Oh my god, we just barely made it. Oh my god. Okay, so in this situation, we're gonna say that she calls upon her past as a drow, and how she used to intimidate people when she was in the Underdark.
Demaze.
Come, I miss her. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Now that they're out of earshot, sure. Say please. Say please.
Never. Enough dawdling. Get me down.
Asta, Is he the best archer? I think he's...
Touch me.
Okay, let's have him... Can he shoot the bottom of this? He can. Can you shoot it again? Awesome.
Stayed interesting.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Okay. I'm torn between asking about what a crush is and just saying a simple thank you wouldn't go amiss.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
Okay. What exactly is a creche?
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a Gale tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
Okay. I mean, okay, if you want to join back up with this, I guess.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
You can wait at camp.
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Okay. We found Lae'zel. She hasn't changed much, has she? We just barely were able to get out of that without fighting, too.
I hear shouting up ahead.
Oh, a shovel!
Check it out, but be careful.
He's always telling us to be careful. Okay, so we have a shovel now. Gold! Should we go check on Lae'zel at camp? We're kind of out of spell slots. Oh, there's Lae'zel. Where's she headed? She's set up camp right next to Astarion. Oh, dang. She's got a whole setup. So she's got... Oh! That's just like a leather... not leather. A stuffed ogre head. In a... Dang! Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Is this supposed to be an Illithid? Oh wow, what the heck, Lae'zel? That's so funny. Okay, let's talk to her.
Chatter already, Tusky.
Tusky. Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension.
Okay.
More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Okay. So, Elle definitely is used to this behavior. This is like the same kind of behavior that drow, female drow positioned above her in in positions of power above her own. This is how she was treated. So this is actually like pretty familiar behavior, but I think that just makes Elle hate it even more.
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
Well, that was theatrical.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
Hmm.
Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass.
This is a little rude, but I don't think Els really cares about not being rude, so... You look so unusual. I don't think Els ever seen a Githyanki before. I think she's probably heard of them, but I don't think she's ever seen one. Like what I said, Githyanki are really rare to see just waltzing around.
I expect I am your first.
Yeah, okay, I know of Githyanki, but I've never met one.
Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake.
Come on now, it isn't that large. As if your upturned bat snout is any better. Really? Thanks for noticing. Be silent in the face of her goading. Come on now, it isn't that large. I think she's gonna engage a little bit with Lae'zel. She's gonna push her buttons a little.
Decadent then. Lacking in economy. Like so much of this world and its undisciplined people.
It seems like Lae'zel doesn't know very much about this world, and she's been told a lot of things about it, but she's never really spent a lot of time here. Leave. Just wanted to just check in with Lae'zel. I don't think there's any new dialogue.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group. Lae'zel is delightful.
Of course he would like her.
Look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of way, of course.
I like how he has little one-liners for every new person we meet.
A Githyanki joining our company. Not a collaboration I'd have anticipated, but a welcome one nonetheless.
Okay. Who should we tell to stay at camp? Because I want to take Lae'zel with us when we leave. Maybe we let Gale stay. He's just so squishy.
How can I help?
I need you to remain in camp.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it.
You know what's odd is
I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Okay, he didn't like that, but he's gonna have to suck it up.
Speak. It is done.
I think it's interesting that they like listen. Like she's like, "Oh, you stay at camp and come with me." I know it's like part of it's just like player agency, but it's kind of interesting if there's going to be a like a narrative reason for that.
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes.
We're going to go... Oh, actually, before we go to bed, we're going to level up Lae'zel. A fighter, okay. Doesn't get much. Okay, and we're going to end the night. Hello? I forgot he comes to camp. Hello?
We meet again, as predicted.
What the hell?
I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Why are you helping me?
Be assured, it is not by choice.
Oh. Okay. What kind of services can a skeleton offer? Not to be rude, but what are you?
There are many answers to that question. None are important.
Ooh. Focus on the divine energy you feel from his presence. Oh. Ooh, this is a high difficulty. This is a... Oh, boy. This is a 20 DC. Ooh, shit. Okay. Oh, fuck. Not even close. Okay. Oh, we can use the inspiration to try again. These are pretty rare. We'll just roll one more time and see. Just once. Oh my god, we got it! Oh my god.
He has a divine aspect, yes. A reflection of death itself. Eternal and inescapable.
Oh shit. All that power. Are you a god's chosen?
I shall answer no further questions in that regard.
What kind of services?
A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
Oh, he can revive us. Maybe if we run out of the soul, the revive scrolls. That's incredibly powerful magic. Why is it so easy? You mentioned a cost. What is it? And look very ugly doing it. Helpful. Let's ask why.
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
Okay. Oh, change my class. Oh, interesting. I guess this is how you respec. Okay, cool.
Indeed. Farewell.
I'm not going to sleep any easier with this guy in camp. I'll say that. So he's probably not Jurgle himself, but he is most definitely probably Jurgle's chosen, is what my guess is. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go to sleep. Full rest.
You don't sleep well.
Ooh.
Flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong. Or maybe you just get lucky.
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
Oh, shit. Okay, so this is kind of similar to early access. Pick up a stake and lunge. How long since you killed someone? Days? Hours?
I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals. Boars. Deer. Kobolds. Whatever I can get. But it's not enough. Not if I have to fight. I feel so weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer. Fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
Oh, this is so tempting. This is so tempting. I'm not going to. I'm not. I don't want it. The illithid thing freaks her the fuck out. Ella's gonna ask, why didn't you tell me? Because I think this is what she would want to fucking know. And I think this in particular is important because, like, she's a drow. So her quote-unquote monstrosity she can't hide it because she, like, literally, she is a drow and people can obviously see that. Like when we encountered the tieflings earlier, they immediately attacked her without giving her the chance to speak because that's how most people see drow. So I think she'd be like, I'm a drow. Like, of all of the people in the party, like, if you were supposedly some sort of, you know, vampire, why didn't you tell me?
At best, I was sure you'd say no. More likely, you'd ram a stake through my ribs. No. I needed you to trust me. And you can trust me.
He didn't do much to try and get us to trust him, but I guess maybe he's referring to, like, in battle, him fighting with us? I don't know. Fuck. I think she believes that he wanted us to trust him on some level, but not because he's like altruistic and wants us to bond. He probably wanted us to trust him so he can easier manipulate us if he needs to. And I think Elle recognizes this because it's something she's done in the past, like try and manipulate someone into trusting her. Not necessarily because she always wants to do them harm, but because it's like a safety net. Like if they trust me, they're more likely to, like, they're easier to mold. And since she's had to get herself out of a lot of situations that are super sticky, and like, you know, she's easily persecuted, people are really volatile towards her normally, I feel like it's just second nature. Unfortunately, it's second nature that she has to, like, kind of maneuver around relationships this way. So I feel like this is actually pretty similar behavior. And like I said in my character log from the first part, like, Astarion, I think, is the one who reminds her of her the most of all the other companions. Like, she sees a lot of herself in him, unfortunately. And she doesn't know how to feel about it. So I think she believes him. I don't know about the trust part, but I think she believes him. Ooh, you tried to bite me. How can I trust you?
Because we don't have a choice. Not if we're going to save ourselves from these worms. I need you alive. You need me strong. Please, only be a taste, I swear. I'll be well, you'll be fine. And everything can go back to normal.
God, he wants it so bad. Like, I'm not even saying that in like a sussy way. Like, he's working his charisma so hard right now. He's trying to like convince us so much. I think she understands pragmatically where he's coming from, because while he is really trying to manipulate us right now, I think she definitely understands there is logic to what he's saying. We do need him strong. He is very handy in a fight. He proved that to us this past day. Him sneaking around, he was like almost one-shotting people. He was the secret MVP of all the fights. He's very useful. He is kind of always like warning us to be cautious about certain things, mostly because he doesn't want to get caught up in shit. So it's not like he cares a lot about us, but fine, but not a drop more than you need. She's a cleric. She has the turn undead spell, so Astarion's a vampire, he's undead. Isn't that like, so she can get out of this situation if she needs to.
Really? Of course. Not one drop more.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make ourselves comfortable, shall we?
It's like a shard of ice into your neck. A quick, sharp pain that fades to throbbing numbness. Your breath catches, your pulse quickens.
It's, oh boy. That's enough. I'm scared. A 5. That's not high. We have one more inspiration roll if this fails. Okay, we're good. Okay, we did it.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
That was amazing. My mind is finally clear. I feel strong. I feel happy.
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing you fight. She's like, this better provide results. If it doesn't provide results, we're gonna have a couple words, you and me.
Shouldn't take long. So many people need killing. Now, if you'll excuse me, you're invigorating, but I need something more filling.
Okay.
This is a gift, you know. I won't forget it.
You watch as he stalks towards the forest, stronger, more confident, ready to hunt.
Okay. Okay. Let's F5. What's this? Bloodless. Oh shit. Feels a bit woozy. -1 to attack rolls, saving throws, and most ability checks. He wants to talk to us.
Good morning. How do you feel?
Like shit. I feel like shit. I'm fine. I just feel a little woozy. My neck hurts. How do you think I feel? I feel awful. She would not want to display any sort of weakness. I'm fine.
It'll pass. Just be glad I'm not a true vampire. A bite from them and you might wake up as a vampire spawn. Like my good self. All of a vampire's hunger, but few of their powers.
Okay, so he's a vampire spawn. Is that how you can stand in the sun? Because you're not a true vampire.
Oh no. I should be cinders in this light. I hadn't seen the sun for 200 years before we crashed here. Someone, or something, wants me alive. They've changed the rules. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
Okay. Okay. So he just dropped a little bit of history. So he's been this way for 200 years. Okay. What's causing this? The Mind Flayer's parasite. If I can help, just ask. We're in this together. Figure them out quickly. I don't want any more surprises. I feel like Elle would use this as an opportunity to, like, we have shared leverage now. Like, I know what you are, and I can use this against you. So if I can help, just ask. We're in this together. I know this could come across as, like, really sweet, and I guess maybe it could be perceived this way, but I feel like Elle is also saying this, like, it's like a double-edged sword. We're in this together. You and me. If I go down, you go down. If you go down, like, I'm also gonna go down, because we're in this together now. We've jumped off the cliff.
You're such a sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
A vampire among us? So be it.
Oh.
But should I wake with so much as a drop of blood on my neck, I will end him.
I'd just better not wake in the night to find fangs at my throat.
Oh boy. I think she trusts not in him, like, out of the goodness of his heart, but I think she trusts that he's found security. Now that his secret's out and it's been accepted, I don't think that he would do anything to toe the line, because it's like I said, like a double-edged sword. He has revealed a part of himself that, while being a vampire spawn and, like, drinking from people is threatening, it's a weapon at his disposal, he also has an entire party of people that would turn on him if he fucked up and, like, overstepped boundaries that are being drawn right now. Like Lae'zel's like, you better not fucking pull any of that shit on me. Shadowheart's the same. She's like, you better not fucking do anything to me. You better not drink from me. So lines and boundaries are being established right now. And while you could say, well, he's manipulative, he'll toe those lines. I don't think so. I trust that he won't, because he has a lot of people up against him that he's gonna have to deal with if he fucks up. So I think Elle trusts that he's not gonna hurt them. At least not in the way that everyone's saying, like biting them.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty.
Now
To
you
work
are.
together as a team.
Now you are.
Maybe
you weren't
we could
before.
Get him to wear a bell. Dissuade any nighttime prowling.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go?
A bell?
There's a long day ahead of us.
A bell. I'm dead. We should get him to wear a bell. Like the camp kitty or something. That's so funny.
Need something?
We need to clear some things up. Don't give me that attitude. So about you biting
I've
me.
already apologized. What more do you want? Unless you're looking for another nibble.
I need to know how we'll feed you in the future. This is what I want to get clear.
No innocence. You have my word. Only villains that we need to kill anyway. After all, you know what I am now. I can fight with all my weapons. Teeth included. And if I happen to drain the occasional bandit during a fight, what's the harm? They're just as dead.
All right, but I'll be watching. Sounds good. Glad we could agree. No, you can't feed on people. Animals only. Look, I'm not against you feeding on me, but only if we talk about it first. He can't be feeding on her all the fucking time. I want to simp so bad. I want to simp so bad. I don't think Elle would say this though.
As am I.
Oh.
I'm starting to feel a little...
Okay, so I think the last option made it sound like she was only letting him feed on her. Which I don't want, because she gets a negative, like, I don't want her being bloodless all the fucking time. I don't know how often he needs to eat. And honestly, as like stereotypical and like how sexy it is, like in like all the vampire books and movies and TV shows, like having them only feed on like one person is like it's like a show of devotion. But I'm gonna be completely real with you. Being drained of blood and like anemic 24/7 isn't cute. Like it's not, it's just like, I don't want her to be weak like that. And Elle definitely wouldn't want to be bloodless every day, because I'm assuming he needs to eat pretty regularly or he'll start getting weak and it might affect his abilities or some shit. So I don't need him, like, you know, only having to survive off of like the small amount of blood he can drink from her every day or whatever it is. Even if it's every other day, like, there's a reason why when you give blood, you can't give blood like a couple like days in a row, because it's unhealthy for your body. And it takes your body time to replenish your blood. So okay, well, he approved of us saying, yeah, sure, you can eat. If we're going against bandits, have at it. Tell me about your history. How does someone become a vampire? How does someone become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
And you know what's telling too? It makes me feel a little better. Is that Astarion talks about vampires with so much disdain. Like, he is a spawn. Like, he's a vampire spawn. He is one himself. He seems to fucking hate them. He called them beasts, and he's talking about them like he has true disdain and disgust and hatred for them. It's kind of reassuring. I mean, he could be lying. He could be manipulating us. That's always a possibility, but I think I kind of believe how much he hates them, which is reassuring. I don't know why it is, but it is. Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands, but now I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
Oh, shit. Okay. See, this is what I mean. Look at him. He's angry. He does not want to have, he does not like vampires. He seems to be controlled by them. So the Tsar family is what he said. He was like, I was kept by the Tsar family as their slave. And he did mention that he's been like this for 200 years, right? So he's been a vampire's slave for 200 years. That's horrible. That's horrible, dude. Okay, again, he could be manipulating us, but he seems, I trust his anger. I trust in his anger. I trust that he doesn't want any,
Yes.
That's not what I meant to do. I trust that he doesn't want anything to do with any of that. Okay, wait, actually, out of curiosity, oh, whoa. Okay, so you guys, compared to yesterday, look how much approval we've gained from him. We were down here yesterday. We're almost into the green. Oh, what's going on here?
Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade and suffer its sting.
Oh shit! Oh fuck, this is a huge fight. Okay, so they're healing themselves? Oh. Oh shit. Okay, okay, okay.
Now they see me.
We are going to sneak attack. Actually. Oh, we already, oh, okay. I want to use his bite on somebody.
Do it.
Let's have him sneak behind this person who's appeared behind us. Eat shit! Eat shit. Okay, so we're gonna... Actually, what we're gonna do is take a picture first. This is cute. Okay, next. Okay, we got an archer.
I'll bleed Every last one of you!
Fairy fire. This would significantly fuck up these guys. Unfortunately, it also applies to friendlies, which we don't want. These guys are gonna move. So you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna bless our party. And Lae'zel. Because Lae'zel, I'm gonna have Lae'zel run down there. We're gonna just turn her around really quick. There we go. Rallied. Ooh. Okay, Lae'zel is making her way downtown. We're gonna dash. Actually, we are going to action surge. This gives her a second movement, or a second, and we're gonna dash again and get our ass right in the middle of this. We're gonna put pressure on this guy right here. We're gonna put our ass right here. Get right in the action. Okay. Daze them? I mean, why not? Miss. All right, whatever. Okay. I just wanted to get Lae'zel down there to help, because I don't want any of these people dying. Okay, so what Shadowheart's gonna do is she's gonna come up here. She's going to Bane. Oh, she's too far. Fuck. Never mind. Then she's just gonna push shit from on high. She's gonna send Guiding Bolt. Nice. All right. That guy looks like a problem. 27, but he's almost dead. That's good.
My sickle and sword, strike them down.
Ooh. Okay. Miss. Action surge. Nice. Okay. All right, good. We're surrounding this guy. Fuck this guy. Oh, he healed him. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Oh, we can't use his his vampire bite. It's fine. Okay, so let's hide, and then we'll sneak attack this guy.
Excellent.
And then we're gonna come back up here behind the ladies. Okay. Miss. Okay. We're going to Guiding Bolts for this guy. He has, well, maybe we just pick this guy off.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Fuck you. Dang. Okay, Lae'zel. It's Lae'zel's turn. Lae'zel is gonna do a lacerate. Wait, what does it do? Slash your target's vital points. Get him to bleed every turn. Okay, wait, where's Lae'zel? She's fine, she's doing okay. We're gonna send another Guiding Bolt down on this guy. Nice. Yes, Shadowheart. Slay. Okay. We got the warg. Okay. Asta. Wait. Hide.
They won't know.
There we go. Yay!
That's the last of them.
No one died.
All of you,
I don't think.
Open the gate.
I don't think anyone died.
All right, what now?
This is good. Okay, no soldiers died. Everyone's good. I'm gonna pick this up. We're gonna do a short rest.
Just a brief respite.
Okay. Yay, good job everybody. Ooh, what's this? Absolute Bane. On a melee hit, possibly inflict 1d4 penalty to the target's attack rolls. Sleight of hand +1. Blessed by Priestess Gut. These gauntlets provide additional aid to any who bear the Absolute's mark upon their flesh. Well, we don't have the Absolute's mark, do we? We'll take them anyway. We'll pick them up, but we won't wear them because I don't think we can wear them. Okay, let's make our way in here.
I feel like we're being watched.
Wait.
Trust no one.
Happy. Astarion's vampiric hunger has been temporarily sated. +1 to all attack rolls, saving throws, and most ability checks. Oh my god. So you're saying he gets that every time he feeds from somebody? Wow. Elle, in this episode, had quite a run of things. She had quite a run of things. Big things would include being bitten in the middle of the night. I don't think she could have foreseen that coming. As suspicious as Astarion is, I don't know if she picked up on the vampirism. In early access, his vampirism was actually pretty obvious. There was like a boar you could find in the road, and like if you clicked on it and like examined it, he like freaked out. But it was clear that he like drank from the boar and he was like lying, and he was really bad at lying. But in the release, in this full release, that triggers automatically. That scene, the bite scene, triggers without the boar, without you discovering the boar. And it just kind of naturally occurs. It happened so early, so fast. Like I wasn't expecting it at all. Which is why it caught me so off guard. Also when he like started to sneak off, like that scene usually doesn't trigger. Actually, I think that scene triggered pretty early as well in early access, but I don't really remember. But I do know that you had to find a boar in order to trigger the bite scene at night. But the fact that it just triggered on its own was much more surprising. And I like that better because you weren't expecting it. Like you're not expecting it at all. With the boar, it kind of like you kind of expect that something might happen because it's obvious that he's like lying about it. But in this, it was much more of a surprise. A lot of the dialogue I felt was similar. At least I think so. I recognize a lot of the dialogue, but it was still from Elle's perspective. I feel like it was looking at the situation with new eyes because I've never played her before. In early access, I was saving her specifically for full release, and saving getting in her head for full release. But her and Astarion have a lot in common, more so than I think she likes to admit. I don't think she's as maniacal as he is. We don't know whether it's a facade or if it's who he actually is, if he's really like that, if it's a front, if it's supposed to, be a threat, kind of threatening to us. Because he was like, I feel like Elle couldn't really tell if he was threatening her or joking with her when they were talking about like, oh, how would you want to go out? You know what I mean? I feel like that conversation was pretty charged. And Elle couldn't quite tell if he was fully joking or if he was trying to threaten her. Which I think is just probably how he wanted it. But him having the bite in the middle of the night and us waking up and Elle choosing to spare him, and not only spare him, but accept this part of him and the whole rest of camp accepting him too, I feel like definitely wasn't what he was expecting. And I think Elle noticed that with him, picked up on that 100%. And just took note of it, just took note of it. It doesn't redeem him of anything. And I'll talk more about his past during his section specifically, but just because someone is a victim doesn't exclude them from the consequences of their actions, or, you know, doesn't excuse behavior, if that makes sense. I think Elle has a very tumultuous relationship with him, but it's still a relationship that works. Like, they can work together, they can fight together, they can at least trust each other that far. And I feel like that's where she's at with most of the other companions as well. Shadowheart is still kind of hostile, still grateful in her own way. I feel like she has the most camaraderie with Shadowheart as of right now, but still Shadowheart's very standoffish. She's not afraid to be like, oh, I overheard. I could have helped it, but like I didn't. I definitely was I was eavesdropping on purpose. She's not afraid to let us know that she isn't fully trusting of us to have private conversations with other people in camp. Despite us saving her, which again just shows that she's a very, very paranoid person and seems to have an agenda of her own that she still has not shared with us. We have, you know, that weird little contraption that she has that she won't tell us about, and she's very adamant that we stop asking about it. I feel like Elle is surrounded by people who she can work with, but she's just not super close with. And I know we've known these people for like almost a little over 24 hours at this point. So these are brand new relationships, and these people, despite being bonded by a traumatic situation, they're all kind of in the same boat. As I talked about that in my first character log in the first video. It doesn't matter. Like, despite them being in the same boat, they still have their own reservations. They're still very distant from each other. Like, no one's super friendly at all. Gale, I feel like, is probably the friendliest. I don't know if he has the most camaraderie with Elle personally, but he is the most friendly. He seems to be the most outgoing, or maybe extroverted, in the sense that he's very willing to invite conversation. Mostly, I think it's to display his own intelligence, to display his own intellect. Not in an overly narcissistic way, but he does. I think it's another way. It's a way for him to kind of put his cards on the table, be like, look, I know what I'm talking about. I have intelligence. I, at the very least, can be a good ally to you. We need to work together. I want to be in the know. I want to be a part of the decision making. Like, that's, I feel like, where Gale is at with Elle in regards to Elle, because Elle has become this, like, not the leader, but she does tend to lead the decision making. Yes, it's partly because this is the player character, but I like to come up with narrative reasons for stuff because it makes it more interesting and it's more immersive that way. So I feel like Elle is like the glue, and I said this in the first episode too. I feel like she's holding everybody together in a very, very roundabout way. Like, I don't think she was expecting this, but we don't see other companions talking to each other in camp, you know? Like, she's the one who goes around and like speaks to everybody, checks in with everybody. And I think she's pulling on her past. She was in command of people, and yes, there were servants, but you know, when she was in Menzo Baranzan, but I feel like she is kind of flexing those muscles of leadership a little bit. Of course, these are not servants, and she doesn't see them that way. These are people, individuals, and she has respect for them in their own rights. But I feel like she's like, okay, this is a little familiar. I'm like holding the group together. I'm kind of having to be the connecting bridge between some of these people, especially characters like Shadowheart and Lae'zel, who have genuine open animosity towards each other. And Shadowheart's always making comments about Lae'zel. She's like, you know, we shouldn't trust her. Like, don't consider her a friend. Like, she's going to take advantage of you. And they were like that ever since the Nautiloid ship. And it's because, you know, Lae'zel is a Githyanki, but I think Shadowheart seems, the paranoia seems to come from a place of like genuine discomfort. So I don't know if it's like a racial thing. It could be that, but it might be something else. we don't know. Maybe she had a bad experience with Githyanki. I mean, Lae'zel was very open about talking about how the Githyanki view themselves as superior to regular mortals, mortal races of Faerun. And she's like, oh, if you had ever encountered my kin, they would have cut you from navel to neck. Like, she seems to have a very, or at least display a very vivid picture when it comes to her kinsmen, and how she perceives that they would act around others. And I think that Elle can relate to that a little bit, in that most people view Drow, and they're immediately hostile towards Drow. Most people are immediately hostile when they see a Githyanki, because Githyanki aren't known to just waltz around just casually. And they do have this kind of superiority complex where they do think themselves above other mortal races because of the knowledge that they have about certain things. Lae'zel hasn't opened up about any of that yet. This is just knowledge I know of, a little bit from early access, but also just basic D&D knowledge of Githyanki. But it'll be interesting to see in the future how Lae'zel, if she'll continue to open up, if she'll open up at all, because she's pretty hostile right now. She's literally working with us because we're her best chance of surviving all the way to wherever this crush is she was talking about. So I think her relationship with Elle is pretty tumultuous, just like everyone else's. But Lae'zel specifically is very one-minded. You know, she's got blinders on. She's very narrow-minded, and she is pretty disrespectful of everybody else in the group. I don't think she genuinely has respect for anyone else, Elle included. So I think Elle recognizes that behavior, has seen it before, spent a lot of time with other Drow ladies in power who acted this way, who viewed themselves as superior above everybody else and exerted their narcissism over everybody else. I don't think Lae'zel is to that level, but I think it's still a little triggering for Elle. But not enough to like hate Lae'zel. I just think she's just like, okay, I'm gonna keep my distance from her and just do what I gotta, just do what I need to do what I gotta do to get through to the next day and get heals. I think finding a healer is also something she's slightly panicking about, but Elle is, I don't think she cares very much about her like self-preservation. I'm not saying she's suicidal or anything, or she lacks self-preservation at all. She is a survivor. That's like part of her whole thing, is that she is a scrapper. But when it comes to considering the idea of being gone, I think deep down she has a very unhealthy relationship with that concept, if that makes sense in her head. Like when it comes down to the moment, instinctually she will push to survive and she will scrap and claw her way out of any situation because that's all she's ever done. It's like it's instinct. It's like a jerk reaction. But if when she's contemplative, I think deep down she doesn't have a very healthy mindset when it comes to herself and viewing herself. Her encounter with Withers, I think, is a good example of displaying how she kind of considers life and mortal life, not just her own, but just like life in general, and her thinking that, okay, deeds are what deems someone worthy of respect or admiration or doom them, and, you know, put a big sign on their head that says, yeah, you're guilty, because she grapples with guilt, and it's still like, you know, how do I atone for this? It's very difficult for her to grapple with those concepts. And so when Withers was asking like what's the worth of a single mortal life, it just put her whole, she was already struggling to conceptualize that as it was, but having him posit that question to her, I think really threw her for a loop. Aside from the fact that a corpse just rose from a tomb and seemed to be talking about, you know, fate and all this stuff, and it was kind of freaking her out a little bit. I think aside from that question really just like threw her. She was like, what? I don't even know that. I don't know. Deeds? So I think her encounter with Withers was very interesting. If, you know, shook her a little bit, but I don't think shook her too much that she felt like she couldn't, you know, function. Passing that high roll and learning that, you know, Withers has a lot of celestial and divine power, maybe not celestial, divine power in him. It definitely caught her attention because she is a cleric and she has, she's still very, not insecure about her bond with Illustri, but she's very unsure of it still. She doesn't trust that she's worthy of the power that she has. She still feels deep down that she doesn't deserve it. And that even though Illustri gave her this second chance as a way to atone, as a way to change, as a way to move forward and to heal, Elle always views power as something that had to be taken. It was never something just given to her. And taking power in Drow society means like killing people, straight up cold-blooded murder. So just receiving power feels really wrong to her. And again, logically, she understands, you know, why she has this power, the sentiments behind it being bestowed upon her. But, you know, emotionally, I feel like she still grapples with that. So to be using her abilities and to be gaining information and knowledge about certain things within the world through the little corner of her soul that houses Illustri's power. I feel like touching upon that little piece of herself to interact with the world is so new, and it's so it's brilliant, but I feel like it's something that she's still so cautious about and doesn't know if she's overstepping and how much she can do and how much she can use and that kind of stuff. So she's still figuring out how much she's comfortable with, but I don't think she can deny that gaining knowledge by using this connection she has to the divine, to her goddess, is what's giving her certain information, certain context. I think she's silently grateful for it, because she, again, nothing was ever given to her. She's had to murder and kill and steal and take and manipulate her way into almost every situation that benefited her. So to have this divine presence assisting her, not cheating, but assisting her in this way, I think is something that it's going to take a while for her to get used to it and to really come into her own as a full-blooded cleric. But when that moment happens, when her faith finally clicks and seals in a way that is most comfortable for her, I think it'll be really interesting. Okay, Astarion, I said a lot about him earlier, but I just wanted to make a couple comments about his past that he mentioned. He has been a vampire spawn for 200 years, so I felt like he kind of let that slip. Not that I don't think he was purposely trying to, well, he definitely wasn't telling us before, but when we did get him talking, I feel like he just kind of dropped that information like to test us. But that's a long time to be mentally without autonomy in any way. And I think that should probably be taken into account when analyzing his behavior. Maybe his impulsiveness is born of the fact that he just hasn't been in control of himself for literally 200 years, has not been able to act on his own impulses. I don't know, any impulse, any desire, anything he's wanted to do, no matter how big or small, he wasn't able to do because he was under complete control of the Tsars, right? In Baldur's Gate. So his impulsiveness, his strange way of going about interacting with everybody in terms of like his semi-threatening, semi-charming, semi-manipulative way of interacting with Elle specifically, I feel like is definitely born of his time being unable to do anything for himself, protect himself or get what he wanted or whatever ends up being his full history. His impulsiveness and his I don't want to say maliciousness, but his mischievousness with an edge, we'll say. I feel like that is definitely originating from being a slave for 200 years. And not just a slave, like that's not bad enough, but he said that I couldn't say no to whatever they said to me. I had to do whatever they told me, and he had no control. I can't imagine living that way, let alone for 200 years. So I think we should remember that whenever he does something truly crazy. I'm sure we'll see more shenanigans from him in the future. I'm counting on it, honestly. And while he is entertaining and his gremlin nature is entertaining, I think there's a darkness to it that is concerning that I feel like Elle definitely is keeping an eye on, because again, I still don't know, like even outside of Elle's perspective, just me, Nikki, looking at the situation, as much as I simp for him, that conversation he had with her about like decapitation and stuff, it was like very threatening. It wasn't like a cute little conversation of like, oh, he's being silly. Like, no, his facial expressions and the way he was delivering the lines, it felt very charged, and very threatening. Like he was threatening us through his charisma, through his charm, which is, you know, like off-putting. Okay. I think it is interesting that of all the people in camp to try and bite, he chose Elle of everybody. I don't know if that's because he thinks she's the weakest, or if she's the most intriguing to him, or I don't know. Does she smell the best? I don't know. I would love if maybe we get to learn why he chose us, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but I think it would be interesting to figure out why we were the ones he tried to bite. Maybe because we just speak with him the most, like we were constantly going over and checking in on him, and we would check in on everybody in camp, but maybe it's because of that. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to learn the reasons why, though, if we have the opportunity at some point. We did have the chance to push into his head a couple times, but I'm going to make a point of Elle not doing that, because the idea of having an illithid in her brain as a drow, knowing what the illithids are, I think completely freaks her out. And she's already left like the drow way of life and the cult-like upbringing she had and brainwashing that she went through as a young person, and just being indoctrinated into the cycles of violence that she struggled so hard to leave behind. Anything that messes with her head, I think freaks her the fuck out. So with Astarion and with any other of the other companions, I think she's gonna try and resist using the tadpole, because I think it just, like, if the very concept of it freaks her out. So we didn't push into Astarion's head, and I'm not gonna have her push into anyone else's head. I have a feeling he probably wouldn't have appreciated that. Maybe if we could succeeded on, if it was a roll and we succeeded, maybe he wouldn't have cared, but I have a feeling he probably wouldn't have liked it. I think, I don't know, but from what he has, as closed off as he is, like, I feel like Shadowheart also wouldn't like that, because they know when you're in their head. So I don't think that would have been welcome. Speaking of Shadowheart, I feel like Shadowheart is going to be a staple in the party. Astarion and Shadowheart so far, I feel like will never leave my party. I really find both of them so interesting. Astarion, yes, okay, I simp, but he's also very interesting. But Shadowheart, I feel like is also very interesting. Her relationship with whatever god she has, because we don't know technically. I know from early access who it is, but to maintain no spoilers for those of you who are watching who have not played early access and don't know, it'll be interesting to see how she reveals that, if it'll be the same as early access, how that relationship will be displayed in the future, and how it will affect her relationship with Elle and the other companions, and how we'll be able to influence her in the future. But I think she's very prickly, and I think, like Astarion, she has a very sharp edge to, like, whenever she's kind of not joking, but whenever she's kind of talking with us and she's being kind of charismatic, there is this very sharp edge to her words. Nothing sits very softly between Elle and Shadowheart whenever they speak. It's very charged too, so it'll be interesting to see them grow, because I want them to be close. I feel like Elle and Shadowheart share a lot of the same personality traits, at least so far I'm noticing. And it'll be kind of cool to see them grow together and throughout the story, just wherever the events of the story take us. I want Shadowheart with us because I'm very intrigued by her storyline from early access. From what I know of it in early access, she was one of the more interesting characters to me. And I'm also just, she was the first, like one of the first companions, like aside from Lae'zel, Shadowheart's like one of the first that we interact with. We fight beside. She's with us at the very start. So I don't know. I feel like I want her around like, this whole run. Her and Astarion definitely are probably never leaving my party. So yeah, I'm excited to see where Shadowheart goes. We had a couple moments with her in this part, but for the most part, she's just eavesdropping and telling us what to do. All right, Lae'zel, speaking of telling us what to do, Lae'zel, I spoke a little bit about her earlier, and I don't have very much to say outside of what I spoke about in regards to Elle, but she seems to be very cutthroat, very determined, very set in her ways. She has a very almost naive way of viewing things. Like, it seems like her knowledge of Faerun is very limited, or at least tailored. Like, what the information she received or maybe read on Faerun was like propaganda, or like heavily biased, because the way she speaks about the mortal races who live in Faerun, it seems very stilted and very opinionated, even though she's never really spent time here. So how can you have such grand opinions of people or races of people or places that you've never been to? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't smell quite right. I don't know if that's her fault. It could be just the way she was raised. But I just sense that she truly doesn't know much, and she's covering that up with either because she doesn't know she's being ignorant, because she just believes what she's always been taught. I wonder if that's the case, if that will change. Or she does know that she's kind of wrong, but she's covering it up with all her bark and bite, and just being like, more very authoritarian and militaristically attempting to solve all the problems through violence and force. So it'll be interesting to see if that changes at all going forward, because it's really stopping her from bonding with with Elle and just any of the other companions, and it's actively ruining her bond with Shadowheart. Not that they had a bond in the first place, but you know what I mean. It's very volatile, and it's not very conducive to teamwork. So I'm wondering and hoping that in the future that will change. Last but not least, I'm gonna quickly chat about Gale. Gale had a couple interactions with us in camp. And I think I was just right on the nose when I said earlier that a lot of the time when he's engaging in conversation with us, it feels very, I don't know if condescending is the correct term, because condescending has such a negative connotation to it, but it's very like he's leading us along, waiting for us to, it's like being led into a verbal trap. We know he wants to make a point, but he strings us along in the conversation until we get to the point in the conversation he wants to reach, so then he can drop his knowledge instead of just telling us what he's thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, he leads us down this whole oratory road of nonsense before saying what he wants to say. And I think it's his way of just kind of showing off his intellect, his ability to read the situation. Again, I don't think it's coming from a place of genuine over-bloated narcissism, but he does have an ego. Or I should say he is prideful in a way. I don't know if it's enough to hamper any sincere connection, but it is there. I don't know if that's his defense mechanism, is coming across as like, I'm around people I don't know. I got to make sure that I come across as capable, and the only way he knows how to come across as capable is by showing off how smart he is, because he is smart, and he seems to not only have charisma, but he seems to know his way around words, knows how to lead a conversation, how to get what he wants, how to get us to understand what he wants very easily, if in a, roundabout way. But I vibe with Gale more than I did in early access. I said this in the first part, but Gale was so off-putting in early access. He was very rude and just like I just wanted them to shut up. But I think they did a great job of balancing that out, where they still have this pride, they still have his like wizardness, but it's endearing, or like it comes across in a way that is still likable. I feel like in early access he was just less likable, but I feel like there's still a possibility there to bond with him, and I think Elle respects him. He is a wizard, and I think that from where she's grown up and her past with her mother, she understands that there is a lot of value in arcane users, and that they are not to be trifled with. So I think she has a lot of respect for Gale, even though she doesn't know him super well. And yeah, he does have pride and he has a bit of an ego. She's gonna scoff at that. You know, she's not gonna like pay it much mind. She's dealt with worse. So I feel like Gale is probably the one who she feels like if she needs to start up a conversation in camp about what to do, it's probably Gale she's gonna grab, and Shadowheart, and to like put their brains together, if that makes sense. Because Astarion, while I think he wants to be in the know, I feel like actually, after his reveal about him being a vampire, I feel like he's more incorporated into the group than he was previously, because he was kind of holding this big secret back. But now that that's out, I feel like it might be a little different. But I feel like Lae'zel doesn't give a shit. Like, she wouldn't want to be a part of any conversation about planning if it didn't involve going to the crush. But I feel like Gale for sure would want to be in the know, and I think he makes that very clear by constantly engaging with us, because he is the only companion that has like regularly initiated conversation with Elle. And I just think that that's something to take note of, you know? And it'll be interesting to see if he continues to do that in the future. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. As always, I very much appreciate you spending your time with me. I wanted to be on top of my BG3 uploads, so the same thing wouldn't happen with Genshin, where I have like a ton of pre-recorded stuff and I'm just uploading it when I can, because I consumed the game content faster than I could put it out on YouTube. But what can I do? What can I do? This game has so much to offer, and I'm currently like well into not well into. I've just made it into Act 3 IRL, so we're really behind on the uploads, but I'm excited to share them with you because I think this journey it's so fun and it's been so important to me. I just love these characters so much. I love Elle, and her journey has had so many highs and lows and amazing moments, and I can't wait to share them with you. So very excited to keep uploading this alongside the regular Genshin uploads, and I hope you enjoy. If I don't see you live, because I do stream on Twitch, then I will see you in the next one. All my links are down in the description, so make sure to check those out if you would like.